Legoland Florida, they took what had once been an icon. And can you tell us what it feels like today to put in that final brick, so to speak, in actually restoring the whole gardens?
Yeah. I think when we first came, as I said in the speech, when I first came, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up with the beauty of the gardens, and we own a number of historic gardens within Merlin, and these are no exception. And I think we've restored other gardens in other places, and here we knew that we had a national treasure, and I think that particularly finishing on the Florida pool was quite significant for us. So, but this isn't the end. As I said, we're going to be adding more Lego elements in, sympathetic Lego elements that will entice new generations into the gardens to experience the beauty.
And did you face any challenges? I know you mentioned in your speech that the Florida pool was kind of challenging. Was it more work than you had really thought when you really got in there and started doing the restoration?
Not when we started doing the restoration, but the first thing we had actually a couple of alligators living in here, which was not great. So we had to firstly remove those by putting a piece of wood so they could get out. But no, I think a lot of people have a lot of memories about the Florida pool. But we haven't got the tile around the edge, but we've restored the tiles, we've cleaned the pool out, and it's now recirculating water as well, which is the first point. But I think people just need to come down. It's a very nice, it's a very contemplatory spot here and the Oriental Garden, and it is away from the hustle bustle of the theme park. So I think it's kind of a nice to have that reflective area linked to the hustle bustle of the theme park.
Is there any chance that the canal boats might make a return someday?
Good question. I think there's a lot of work that we've got to do on the canals in the future, and we're very aware of our responsibility there. But I think that is the next big project.
Wonderful.
But I think the next stage is to add sympathetic Lego elements, Lego animals, butterflies, things of that nature, and maybe add some kind of trail for children to follow, which again just gives parents that little bit of a respite from riding rides and shows and doing all the hustle bustle.
How long has it taken to restore this area of the park?
This area took about 2-3 months. It took a lot longer with the Oriental Garden because we had to restore the hut there and a lot of the pathways were really quite damaged over there. This hasn't taken as long as I thought. My team are awesome anyway. They do a great job. But adding the bricks in this morning, this was quite an interesting watching them all deliver the brick and throw it in here this morning. But this didn't take as long as the Oriental Garden.
Will the bricks always be in the pool, or is it just for today?
No. These are bricks that we use in the water park.
Right, I recognize.
No, but this was really just for the shot. I think, to be fair, we'll probably keep the oranges for now, and then we'll see how it goes. But at the end of the day, this is more of a contemplatory spot with the actual pool. And whether we do anything or put a fountain or something, who knows? I mean, at the moment, we just wanted to get the area ready.
Do you have plans
Adrien,
to
how do you
do the tile, or?
Not at this moment in time, but Bob mentioned it to me actually. I said it would be nice, but I think we've also got to think about other areas in the gardens that might need more love and attention a little bit sooner. And I think the canals are probably the next area that we've got to start doing in phases, because that's a multi-million-dollar project. So I know that we've gone for a restoration fund and all those kind of things, but understand that the canals is the next job for us to look at.
Adrien, how do you personally feel that you and your team brought back and restored such an iconic part of Cypress Gardens?
I think a sense of pride, actually. I think a lot of the gardeners who've been working on this, remember it from the old days, or they've got family or relatives who were bells or were water skiers, And I've always said that me as a newbie coming into this market, everybody has a story to tell you about the Florida pool. How many times I've heard a story about having been skinny dipping in the Florida pool? That goes without saying. And it breaks ice, it breaks barriers, just like Lego does. Lego. Everybody always has a story about Lego in their attic or what toy they played with. The same could be said about the Florida pool and usually the escapades they've got up to. The initiation, as it's called, of the Florida pool.